Welcome to the African Utility Week studio. I am Denise from the Njirati.com website, and with us today in the studio we are privileged to have Thantaswa Mtsabe, and her title is SPO, Business Information Analyst for the City of Cape Town. Very interesting subject. You've just done a presentation on consumption data analysis into Swift at the event. Would you like to just expand on that presentation and just give us an overview of what you were discussing?
Okay, basically, I was presenting this morning how important consumption data analysis it is on the system, and what are the benefits of City of Cape Town out of the system, and what are the advantages of using the system, or how it makes life easy for us to identify the problems that we have as a city, and also to analyze the data and see the gaps and see the problems that we have within the city. So the system is very, very, very helpful to us. So this morning I was going through the analysis itself on how is it done, and then which data sources that we are using. In order for us to analyze the data, we get different types of data sources, and then they get imported into the system, and then analysis is done on the system, and then we use that information for consumers, our consumers. We use that information for us to see where the gap is as a city, and then also we use the information for researchers. If the students that is doing research on water environment, that information is vital for them because they need to know the latest data in the city, and also they need to get an accurate and valuable data. Also, that data is useful for external consultants in terms of the development application. Let's say at the city there's a new development that needs to be done. So we receive requests from the consultants for us to provide the information on the development, or to say how much supply demand is on that specific area. So we need to give them an accurate data. And also this data is vital for infrastructure planning and upgrade, which is vital to sewer and water modeling. So our engineers are getting proper data for them to do modeling for future. So,
sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you there. Maybe it's a silly question. How are you actually obtaining this information? What type of, are there meters that are in consumers' homes and commercial and industrial buildings? And is it throughout the city of Cape Town, or is it only in certain areas? Because I know, for instance, where I am, I don't have a meter. I've only got a prepaid meter in my home. So where are you getting this information from?
Okay. Firstly, we do the manual. There's a manual side of it, and there's an automatic side of it. In the manual side of it, the meter readers, we have allocated meter readers within the city. So they go per district. We have 8 districts for the city of Cape Town. So each and every district is allocated with meter readers. They go there and then read the meters. They do rounds depending on the month. On monthly basis, they do rounds, and then they collect the data. It gets captured into SEP, and then SEP Swift system get the data through the extraction from SEP. On the automated side of it, we have GIS side of it, the data capturers, as well as the vans, like the vehicles, where they are collecting the data. Where there is a meter located, it gets automatically into the van, and then the data is uploaded from there, and then it gets into the system. So we have different types of manual and automated.
I'd imagine the automated is probably where Cape Town is probably going to be heading sometime soon. I'd imagine that's perhaps more efficient and more efficient way of getting
it's very efficient
data.
Because sometimes the manual side of it, there's a human error. So it's better that we are getting into that solution of automating, because it's it's linked to the meter.
Yeah.
So once the vehicle gets to pass by where there is a meter, automatically it collects the data,
Right.
and then from there the data extracted from the system where there is from that vehicle. So.
Right.
So that's how we collect the data. And also there is geographic information systems data where we get the property location of the stand or of the house.
Yeah.
And then also that information is linked to GIS through the land use and zoning, so that we can know where the stand is located, and then what is the zoning. Is it a residential area? Is it an industrial area? Is it an educational institution? Etc., etc. And also we receive bulk meter data, which is, we get it from bulk water, and then that reflects the bulk supply and reticulation systems within the city, and then to external customers as well. So that data, it gets collated from different data sources, and then Swift gets that data from those different data sources, and then they get imported into Swift, and then Swift analyze the data in terms of the process. We have the internal.
This must be cutting quite a bit of time, this particular program. So it basically collates and almost segments the different bits of information. So a lot faster than what you've had before, where maybe somebody was doing that manually?
Yes. Because now we are just running the process within Swift program, and then the data get analyzed, and then you can see where there's gaps, where there is no meters. So we can easily identify as an analyst, to see, this house does not have a meter. Then we will send someone there to go and check what is the problem. Is it why the meter is not read? Because those are one of our challenges, where you see that there is no meter in a specific house. It's either the meter is not read or there is no meter at all. So the system is helping us to identify such areas. So the advantage to this system as well is we are updating it on monthly basis from the Swift side, so that we can know each and every month what is the trend.
So this must be recovering quite a bit of perhaps lost revenue.
Yes.
Was there a specific goal that the city was looking for to try and recover a lot of lost revenue? Have you seen all these advantages? Have you seen the revenue almost doubling or tripling? Or what kind of results are you getting? Is the city actually making their money off this particular program by recovering lost revenue?
Yes, it is vital for water balances for us. And then because we can see the water losses through the process, and then we can identify where there is a water loss in a certain suburb, in a certain area. So we go and visually check and then see where the problem is. And then also it helps us in terms of the water audits. So when there is a water audit that is done, so Swift is very useful in terms of the stats. It's stats. It's used for water audits and then calculation of water tariffs, and also it helps us for billing purposes. So all those uncalculated revenues we can be able to identify through the Swift process.
Now, what are the metering plans for Cape Town as a whole? Is there a particular goal in place to install more meters so that you get more accurate metering statistics?
City of Cape Town's aim is to make sure that all the meters, all the consumers have meters, and also those meters are easily accessible. So that's our aim. So in order for us to achieve that, we need to manually go check or see from the system what are the gaps, and then we compare and see how can we solve the problem that we are having in terms of metering. And then in terms of also sometimes we find out the formal cadastral layout is not linked to the informal settlement, which is the informal area. So in those cases also we need to check what is the problem. Sometimes we find out that there's an incorrect linking for consumer to a geographic information cadastral data.
Okay. All right.
So we need to compare and see those such problems.
I mean, with regards to this new program and with metering, have there been some really major concerns and challenges during this whole process of using this new program? And how have you overcome these challenges?
As I mentioned just now,
Yeah.
that we're having problems with meters that are not read,
Right.
meters that are not on our treasury data, which is our billing database. So that's how we currently, this system is helping us to identify those challenges, and then the solution now is for us to get all the meters linked to the system through SEP. So those gaps are found through Swift, because some areas will find out that one house does not have an address, which means we need to go there and see where the house is located through geographic information system data. So Swift is helping in that area for locating where the property is. And then we go and check, okay, this is where the property is. Is there any meter there? There's not. And then the people that are installing meters, they will go and install if there's no property.
Right.
And then after SEP, which is our database, it gets updated there. And then Swift get the information from there, which is the monthly update will resolve this problem that we're experiencing. And then if those monthly rounds that are being done by meter readers will be helpful, because we will be able to update on monthly basis now on the current situation. So it will improve the City of Cape Town's metering.
As far as your department is concerned, where do you see it developing to the next level within so many years, within the next 5 to 10 years? Where do you see your department? What are your hopes for the department?
My hopes for the department is to see us improving in terms of data, no more gaps, because the system is in place now. It's helping us to close the gaps within where there's no meters, where there's challenges. So in future now, the system will be running smoothly. All people are happy, they are metered in their homes, and then us as well, we are happy because everyone is having water.
Well, sounds like a good solution for the next while, and I'm sure you've got many challenges and opportunities on your hands. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us in the studio today. I trust that the last day will be a fruitful one and that you'll enjoy it. To our viewers, thank you so much for joining us. Please note that on our Engerati website there are other studio interviews that you can go and have a look at. Thank you.